J. Ramakrishna, Newton's laws of motion, problems and solutions. Roman 7, question number 1. A force of 2i cap plus j cap minus k cap acts on a object which is initially at rest. After 20 seconds, if its velocity is 4i cap plus 2j cap minus 2k cap, find the mass of the object. According to Newton's second law, we can write F is equal to ma. That is written as m into a is nothing but v minus u by t. Here u is equal to 0. That is written as mv by t. That is nothing but f by v is equal to m by t, or simply ft by v is equal to m. Now I find the magnitude of the force and the magnitude of v, and I substitute in this equation to find the mass of the object. What is magnitude of the force? That is given by 2 square plus 1 square plus minus 1 square, that is equal to root 6. Similarly, what is magnitude of final velocity? That is equal to root over 4 square plus 2 square plus minus 2 square, that is equal to 16 plus 4 plus 4 8, that is equal to root 24. Now for mass in this equation, if I substitute these values, root over f is 6 divided by v is 24 multiplied by time, that is 20 second. 6 4 jar 1 by root 4 is 1 by 2, that is 20 by 2 is equal to 10 kilogram. Question number 2. Certain mass is thrown upwards and it reaches a height h. Find the change in momentum due to gravitational force. Let mass of the object is m. Let it is thrown with initial velocity u, and when it reaches maximum height, its velocity will be equal to 0, and it comes down. When it comes down, again its initial velocity will be 0, and when it reaches before hitting the ground, let its final velocity is v dash. We know that at each and every instant, in upward motion and downward motion, their velocities will be equal. So we can write u is equal to v dash. If I apply equations of motion for upward motion, I can write u square minus v square is equal to 2gh. Here v square is equal to 0. Then I can write u is equal to root over 2gh. That is also equal to v dash. Now what is change in momentum? Change in momentum is nothing but final momentum minus initial momentum. What is final momentum here? That is m v dash minus m. What is initial momentum? That is mu. Now if I substitute this value in this equation by applying sign conventions, here mass is a scalar quantity. In upward direction, I take velocity as positive. In downward direction, I take velocity as negative. Since u is upward, this is positive. Since it is along positive y-axis, and u is along negative y-axis, so I take this as a minus. So if I substitute these sign conventions, along positive x-axis it is positive, along negative x-axis it is negative, along positive y-axis it is positive, along negative y-axis it is negative. Here motion is only along a vertical direction or along a y-axis. Now I substitute this value, that is m into minus v dash into minus m into u is equal to minus m v dash minus mu. Here v dash is equal to u. Then if I substitute that mu minus mu, that is equal to minus 2mu. That is equal to minus 2m, where u is equal to root over 2gh. If I take these terms inside the root, 2 will become 4. 4 into 2 is 8. That is 8. M will become m square gh with a negative sign. If we only consider magnitude, it will be root over m 8 m square gh. Question number 3. There is a container in the truck which is accelerating with 1.5 meter per second square. Find the coefficient of static friction between the bed of the truck and the container. Suppose the truck is moving in this direction. So what is providing the force on the container? The friction between the bed of the truck is between the bed of the truck and the container is providing the force. That is nothing but frictional force, that is static frictional force. And we know static frictional force is given by mu times of normal reaction. Here normal reaction is equal to weight of the container, where mass of the container is 200 kilogram. According to Newton's second law, what is the force acting on this container? That is equal to ma, that is equal to static frictional force, that is equal to static friction. If I substitute these values, where Fs is equal to mu mg, mm gets cancelled, I can write A is equal to mu g, or mu static is equal to A by g. From this I can write mu static is equal to A is 1.5 and g is 9.8. That will give 0.153. Now question number 4. There is one object, a bomb, at a height of 40 meter from the ground. It explodes into two identical pieces. One piece moves down with 10 meter per second. Then find the separation between the pieces after 2 seconds. Using conservation of momentum, we can find the speed of the piece that is moving upward. That is equal to 10 meter per second. That is initial momentum of the system is equal to final momentum of the system. What is initial momentum of the system? That before explosion 0. Final momentum of the system is m by 2 u downward is equal to m by 2 into u upward. That is m by 2 u downward is 10. That is equal to m by 2 u upward. So m by 2 gets cancelled. So the upward particle also moves with the same velocity, but direction will be opposite. Now for the particle that is moving upward, if I find time of flight, that is given by 2u upward particle by g, that is 2 into 10 by 10. 10 gets cancelled. We get 2 seconds. It means that upward particle moves 1 second up and 1 second down. Time of ascent is 1 second. Time of descent is 1 second. After 2 seconds, the particle that is moving upward will be at the same point. But for the particle that is moving downward, what is the distance travelled in 2 seconds? That is u downward particle into t plus half into g into t square. That is u downward is 10, time is 2 plus g is 10, 10 by 2 is 5, t square that is 2 square, that is equal to 10 into 2 is 20 plus 2 square 4, 4 5 is 20, that is equal to 40 meter. It means that upward particle will be here, downward particle reaches the ground. Therefore, the separation between the particles will be 40 meter after 2 seconds of explosion.